repeated denials. And finally, as we promised to do last night, well, tonight we're naming names. We're exposing the people who have covered up for the Clintons for 30-plus years and made excuses for all of their behavior, all while attempting to discredit and utterly destroy all of his accusers. Let's start with the raging Cajun, James Carville. Now, he ran Bill Clinton's 1992 presidential campaign, one of the fiercest defenders of Bill's sexual transgressions. For instance, Carville made this infamous comment about Paula Jones, who sued Bill Clinton for sexual harassment. Quote, "You drag a $100 bill through a trailer park, you never know what you're going to find." And it was Carville who also slammed Jones by saying her lawsuit was, quote, "all about money, plain and simple, and a healthy dose of right-wing politics." Now, the Jones case was a lot more serious than Carville ever claimed, because Clinton did end up paying over $850,000 in an out-of-court settlement. Next, former Clinton senior advisor, now ABC, Good Morning America anchor George Stephanopoulos. Stephanopoulos, he wrote in his memoir that in 1991, Hillary Clinton said, "We have to destroy her," when describing one of Bill's accusers. He also helped oversee the Clinton campaign war room, all in order to deal with what some on the campaign were referring to as bimbo eruptions. And then in '99, after he left the White House, well, George Stephanopoulos confessed to NPR that he put aside his doubts about Bill Clinton. Why? Because he believed in the future president's message, and because he was an ambitious guy and he wanted to work in the White House. Next up, NBC. Well, that's the network that helped protect the Clintons for decades. In January of '99, NBC News reporter Lisa Myers taped the first exclusive interview with Juanita Broaddrick. I had the second. Remember, Juanita Broaddrick accused Bill Clinton of raping her in 1978. And as the Washington Post reported at the time, instead of airing the interview, NBC News president Andy Lack, he's still on the job, and other top executives, well, they sat on that interview for over a month. And at the time, NBC claimed, well, they couldn't corroborate Broaddrick's accusations, so it didn't air until February. Now, while all of this was going on, at the time, our colleague, Brit Hume, here on the Fox News Channel, and his panelists, well, they actually were wearing Free Lisa Myers buttons on air to encourage NBC to run the interview. Then in 2016, NBC correspondent, that's just last year, Andrea Mitchell, she falsely tried to claim that Broaddrick's claims had been discredited following an interview that I did with candidate Trump. Watch this. In one case, it's about exposure. In another case, it's about groping and fondling and touching against a woman's will.
And rape.
And rape.
Donald Trump using that word unprompted during an interview last night with Fox News' Sean Hannity, bringing up a discredited and long-denied accusation against former President Bill Clinton, dating back to 1978 when he was Arkansas Attorney General.
Wrong again. NBC was so offended by that, they later edited the online version of that clip to remove Andrea Mitchell using the word discredited. Now, the New York Times also jumped in to attack Clinton's accuser. Now, check out this headline from an op-ed. New York Times, Monica, the marketer, changes history script. That piece goes on to mock all the ways that Monica Lewinsky in the future would be able to capitalize from her affair with Bill Clinton. And finally, there's the worst enabler of them all, Hillary Clinton herself, who did everything within her power to smear, slander, besmirch all of her husband's accusers. In 1992, when it all got started, Jennifer Flowers announced she had a 12-year affair with Bill Clinton. Well, Hillary and Bill, they raced to CBS in 60 Minutes. Why? To trash her character. And then later, Hillary attempted to smear Flowers when telling Vanity Fair, quote, "Well, if we'd been in front of a jury, I'd say, Miss Flowers, isn't it true that you were asked by the AP in June of 1990 and you said no? Weren't you asked by the Arkansas Democrat and you said no? I mean, I would crucify her." Wow. Now, Bill, of course, later ended up testifying under oath. Yes, Jennifer told the truth. He did have a sexual relationship with Jennifer Flowers. And in the case of Monica Lewinsky, well, Hillary's friend, Diane Blair, wrote in her journal that Hillary called the young White House intern, she's in her young 20s, a narcissistic Looney Tune. And then there's Kathleen Willey, who accused Bill Clinton of groping and grabbing and fondling and touching and kissing her against her will. Well, she later said that Hillary enabled Bill's horrific behavior. Juanita Broaddrick said that Hillary Clinton tried to intimidate her after she was allegedly raped by Bill Clinton. And we can't forget how Hillary Clinton blamed all of this, all of it, They're all in a vast right-wing conspiracy. Remember this.
The great story here, for anybody willing to find it and write about it and explain it, is this vast right-wing conspiracy that has been conspiring against my husband since the day he announced for president.
All right, what close Clinton allies, members of the media, and Hillary herself, what they did here is shameful and reprehensible, and it went on 30 years. 30 years they protected Bill Clinton, a sexual predator, and they helped cover up and make excuses for all of his actions. We got a busy news night tonight. Joining us now